scholars. I hope you are doing well. So we are going to work on this application problem. This is Tuesday's application problem. And the story reads, a rectangular tank measures 30 centimeters by 20 centimeters by 40 centimeters. How many milliliters of water are in the tank when it is full? How many liters is that? So there's something very, very important that we need to know here before we get started, and it's actually not something that we've talked about in class yet. So I'm just going to quickly touch on it, and that is that when we're using centimeters, right? If I have 1 centimeter, which is like an amount of space, 1 centimeter cubed. So that means that I've got this one tiny little rectangle. Let's try to get this right. This tiny rectangular cube, this is 1 centimeter rectangle. It can fit exactly 1 milliliter in. So if I have 1 centimeter of something, it can fit 1 milliliter. If I have 10 centimeters of space, then it'll be able to fit in 10 milliliters. If I have 23 centimeters, then you probably guessed it, I can fit in 23 milliliters. So in this problem, it says that I have a rectangular tank that measures 30 centimeters by 20 centimeters by 40 centimeters. So that tells me the dimensions or the sides of my rectangular tank, right? Let's imagine that we're making a tank for a turtle. And I'm going to say that I'm going to make it 30 centimeters long and make it 20 centimeters wide. So now I have the base, right? We talked about the surface area. So it's 30 centimeters long, 30 cm long, 20 centimeters wide. So that would be 20 centimeters wide, and 40, if I have 30 by 20 by 40, so I use my 30, I use my 20, it's going to be 40 centimeters high. And, right, I can imagine here I built my tank, right, and the height is 40, right? So first, it says how many milliliters of water are in the tank when it is full. So the first thing I need to do is I need to find out how many milliliters of water can I fit in this tank? How much water can I fit in here, right? If I filled it all the way to the top. If it was filled all the way to the top, it was filled to every single side, it was filled all the way to the bottom, exactly how much water could go in there? Well, that would be the 30 length. That's asking about the volume, right? It's saying what volume, what amount of water can I fit inside something? That's volume. 30 times 20 times 40. I'm actually going to use one of those tricks we talked about way earlier in the class here, and I'm going to break these up into, this is going to be 3 times 10, 3 times 10, times 2 times 10 for 20, times, bring that times down, sorry that doesn't look like a times, let me redo that actually, times 4 times 10 for 40, right? And I can do that, and then I can actually do just what's 3 times 2. So I'm going to cross out the numbers, or I'm going to circle the numbers as I use them. 3 times 2 is 6, times 4 is 24, times 10 is 240, times another 10 is 2,400, times another 10 is 24,000, right? So in other words, I did 3 times 2 times 4, it got 24, and then I add 1 0 for each of the 10s, right? 24,000. What unit are we currently working in? Well, we're currently working in milliliters. So I found out how much fits in the tank. What is the volume? Is 30 times 20 times 40 is 24,000. And since we're working in centimeters, I know that 24,000 milliliters of water will fit in this tank. But if I go back to my story, to my original question, it actually says, so my blue question, the how many milliliters of water in the tank, that's answered. But then it says how many liters is that? So now what I want you to do is I want you to go to this conversion chart, which we've used in class to help you. And I want you to find milliliters and liters. And it says that for every 1 liter, we have 1,000 milliliters. Or in other words, 1,000 milliliters fits into 1 liter. So if I had 1,000 milliliters, I realize I'm no longer on the screen, give me a moment. If I have 1,000 milliliters, I would have 1 liter. If I had 2,000 milliliters, I would have 2 liters. And if I continue that all the way up, then what I end up getting is if I had 24,000 milliliters, which is what I do have, remember, that's how much we have, 24,000 milliliters. For every 1,000 milliliters, I have 1 liter. So 1,000 milliliters, 1 liter. 2,000 liters, 2,000 milliliters, 2 liters. 3,000 milliliters, 3 liters. 10,000 milliliters, 10 liters. 20,000 milliliters, 10 liters. 24,000 milliliters, 24 liters. So it's going to be 24 liters. And that is how we are able to answer this question. So I answered how many liters, it's 24 liters. I answered how many milliliters are in the tank, and I was able to find that again, remember, by first finding the volume, by doing 30 times 20 times 40, I got 24,000. That's how many milliliters go in, and then I do my second conversion. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions about it, please come to office hours. Talk to your friends, whatever you need, we are here for you. All right, scholars, I miss you very much, and I can't wait to see you again soon.